On one stark night, a lone butterfly drifted through the dark, its wings heavy with the weight of a heart.
Boom, boom, boom.
Ahead, a faint flicker, a spark, trembled in the air, offering no warmth, just a dying glimmer for a sinner, teasing a chance to board the ark. Flap, flap, a thunderous sound, yet how ghostly it could be. What is that sound off in the distance? Each beat echoed like a distant drum, a rhythm of despair haunting it as it searched for meaning in the shadows. As it flew, its wings were like a whisper, soft as silk, brushing against skin, a gentle flutter barely heard against the backdrop of what was. The world through its eyes was akin to a desolate place, stripped bare, rigid, rare. Echoes of laughter faded into silence, and whispers of joy turned to dust. With every gentle flutter, it felt the weight of thirst, a palpable echo in the stillness. Memories of brighter days danced just beyond reach, colors vibrant, life alive, but now they lay hidden beneath a misty veil. In the distance, a lone figure trudged beneath a dim street lamp. Their silhouette rose against the horizon, bathed in shades of gray. The butterfly paused, drawn to this fleeting glimpse of humanity. Tiny flecks of light drifted through the air, faint sparks of connection in a realm of darkness. It wondered, was the source a soul-seeking light, or merely a ghost wandering aimlessly, lost like itself? It hovered closer, wings trembling, heart racing. There he was, a man standing alone, head bowed, his breath a faint cloud in the night air. Despair clung to him like the thick mist around them, wrapping him in a cloak of isolation. The butterfly saw the tremor in his shoulders, the way his hands reached into the emptiness, grasping for something that was no longer there.
Why?
He whispered to the void, his voice a fragile lament carried by the cold breeze.
Why does hope elude me? Why must I endure this endless night?
The butterfly, a silent witness to his sorrow, felt the weight of the heart it carried, and longed to comfort him, to whisper that even in twilight, a new dawn could flicker, but it hesitated, wondering what it could offer, with wings too fragile to lift a burden, a presence too small to change fate. Despite the heart it bore, it fluttered off into the night. Yet before it left, it brushed past the man, taking something with it, something invisible to all but the soul, like a wail in the wind or a fleeting shadow.
What the devil was that?
The old man shrieked.
Stupid creature! Even in my struggle, the world still spits on me.
But a small smirk crept across his face. He didn't know why, but though nothing had changed, he felt just a little less burdened, as if a weight had lifted from his back. A gift, but all gifts had a price. Yet no one knew what that price was, not even the butterfly. All it knew was that its flight had become a bit more cumbersome, though nothing it couldn't bear. The farther it flew, the wind howled low, vibrating like a hollow tree. It was accompanied by the whispers and hisses of leaves and grass, following in its wake, seething with a heartlessness the butterfly could feel, though it carried a weight no other butterfly should, a heaviness of heart unknown to mere creatures like it, for it was neither human nor mammal, just another fragile thing. Then silence. The butterfly asked itself once more,
What am I to do with this heart I cannot understand?
It held that question for a time. The more it lingered, the more it surfaced like a shadow, Wherever the butterfly encountered people as it fluttered past a couple, a new thought emerged in the butterfly's mind.
Why do the hopeful become hopeless?
What do you mean?
Asked the heart.
Better to see for yourself,
The butterfly replied.
See what?
The heart pressed.
You will see.
The butterfly landed nearby, watching for days as love blossomed between the couple. Delicate as honey flowers, with a passion that deepened over time, so rich it seemed to brush the butterfly's wings. Yet a heaviness settled in the butterfly's heart. It pondered.
Will this love endure?
The heart murmured. What do you believe? For I see a dream that has become reality. Fragile, yet tangible.
A dream indeed.
Replied the butterfly, creeping along the tree.
But I see only temporary happiness. Nothing truly lasts forever, especially not love born from fleeting passions. A flame will die out once it runs out of fuel, when comfort and monotonous routine replace the once forgotten gestures of human courtship. The partner once cherished in one another. What remains is a longing for more, a desire.
A bittersweet ache lingered in the butterfly's thoughts. It's not foreign to us, said the heart.
Isn't that what those in the kingdom of life seek? Don't all animals desire more?
Not in the way they want.
The butterfly retorted.
Humans look down on us, believing we lack thought and intelligence, yet their desire for more is fundamentally the same as ours. To live, to want, to desire, for oneself. What they seek, however, goes beyond mere survival. They crave the joys of the mind, a higher calling that transcends existence. But I have seen few like them, a tale I enjoy waiting to unfold. Will happiness last? I wonder, I truly do, if they really.
Days continued, and one evening as the butterfly fed, it noticed something new. After their nightly dance, once purely for pleasure, then for hope, the couple sat apart, gazing into the distance. In that moment, the butterfly swore it saw into their souls, catching a fleeting glimpse of silent yearning in their eyes.
When realization dawns, what will remain?
The butterfly pondered.
Only tears and sadness,
said the heart, as the weight of longing hung thickly in the air, palpable and heavy.
The butterfly observed the couple, noting how their face grew blank over time, always hoping for something. Their expressions became vacant, as if their souls had fallen out. A thick mist enveloped them, so dense it could choke, filled with a profound, deep longing that echoed in the silence.
As the couple drifted further apart, weighed down by the sorrow of unfulfilled dreams, the butterfly contemplated leaving, yet whether by the influence of the heart, or perhaps its own nature, it felt an urgent call to return. It longed to ease their heartache, to lighten the burden they carried, even as it realized the futility of its desire. In its quiet, gentle way, the butterfly intertwined its essence with theirs, brushing past them and taking something that echoed with pain and longing. Each flutter of its wings seemed to whisper promises, but beneath it all lay a heavy uncertainty, as the butterfly hoped that somehow its presence might matter as it departed, flying lower than before. As time passed, a subtle shift began to emerge in their home, an unfamiliar warmth, yet one that felt both foreign and fragile. It was a change that lingered in the air, a whisper of something new, but the couple's longing still hung heavily, and the butterfly feared it had only deepened their ache. The only thing it could do was carry on.
Maybe I am a fool,
it mused. Having embraced its new burden, the butterfly felt itself irrevocably altered, weighed down by the emotional echoes it had absorbed. The weight it carried was heavy and relentless, stirring a deep ache within an unspoken connection that bridged the divide, yet amplified its own sorrow. Though the path ahead remained obscured, the air was thick with an unshakable heaviness, a haunting reminder of struggles hidden in the shadows. The butterfly could only sense the oppressive rate of its choices pressing down, an uncertain intertwining of lives that might never bring relief. As it flew by, the familiar sound returned. Flap, flap. The haunting echoes of despair. The butterfly looked ahead, where a dark feather drifted through the night. A shadowy figure soared in the distance. Was it a crow? Or a raven? No, it was an apparition of death. The butterfly pondered as it gazed into the abyss. Where in the world could its wings not reach? Who could it not touch? Yet, what a wonder it was gliding through the air. Its thoughts drifted back to the lone man and the flapping sounds. Was that his fate?
I hope not,
whispered the heart. But who could say? Pushing the troubling thoughts aside, the butterfly turned and flew in the opposite direction.